Okay, it's busy being recorded. And Leanne, I hand over to you.
Thank you, Nick. Good evening, everyone. So today we are just looking at screen time. I'm sorry, circle time and the importance of circle time.
Leanne, are you with us? Okay, it seems like we've lost Leanne for a minute there. Whilst we wait for her to come back, can anybody tell me who circle time is? And let me see who I can bully for an answer. Angel Dladla, are you with us? You can press the microphone at the bottom of your screen.
Yes, I am here, Nick.
Angel, do you know what morning circle time is?
Yes, according to my understanding, I think morning cycle time is where we briefly do the weather chat, where I get to know if my kids they are all well, they are not sick. Health check,
Mm-hmm.
health check. Yes, we do health check. We do the um, sorry, we
Yeah.
do health. We do health check. We do the dates, which day is today, and what is the date, which month are we in. We'll also do, yeah, that's what I remember for now.
So you're orientating them to the day, what's the weather,
Yeah.
what's the day, and all that's happening. And that's good. That's a good enough answer for me. Thank you very much. Kathy Bailey, can I ask you a question quickly?
You can.
Great. Kathy, have you conducted circle time before?
Um, I think I have an understanding. I do, yes. So the ECD center that I work in is Christian based. We have a movie where we would do devotions first. So I would sing some songs for the kids, and then do word of the day, and then we would do days of the week. Same as I just said days of the week, we would do a days today, either, and so on and so forth. We every week we have a different number and a different color and a theme. So we would have theme discussion, and yeah, that's my thing.
Oh, that becomes the orientation for the whole week. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. And because it's a Christian school, obviously it takes on a Christian theme for the
Yes.
certain time in that moment. All right, so I want us to have that idea of circle time in our minds in terms of it's a gathering place, it's an orientating space, and how it happens. And then I want Leanne to guide us through the rest of this presentation, because what we're trying to determine is when does it become circle time and when does it become play time and free time, right? And what's the purpose to it? So Leanne, can you hear us?
Sorry, Nick, I just lost signal there for a moment, but I am back.
Proceed as you were.
Thank you. So circle time, it's not just free play. It is a planned teacher-led group session. One of our biggest misconceptions about circle time is that it's simply used to pass time. Some teachers might believe it's a way to keep children by just letting them sit still without moving, or just to entertain them with songs and music. However, circle time, it's far more meaningful. It is a teaching moment where educators support language development, model appropriate behavior, and guide children in learning and self-regulating skills. Circle time also builds teamwork, cooperation, and a strong sense of belonging in a classroom.
Jan, can you give us some examples of what that means?
Yes, that's no problem at all. Okay, so basically it just means that some how do I term this now? So basically it means it's just to keep them entertained, to make sure that they are focusing. It's just to set the mood for the to start the day. So you get them hyped up by an action song, for example, Wheels on the Bus, everyone gather, and then they can just relax and they can feel safe in the environment.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay. Sorry, I'm struggling a bit here with the slice as well. So I don't know if you can actually see this whole slide on your side.
No, we can only see the bottom half of it.
Because if I go up and then it gives only like
Can
the
you
top half.
reduce the percentage on the top of your screen from 100 to like 90? Yeah.
I can do that. Is it too small now? Is it actually too small now? Is it fine?
No, it's fine. Right there. It's fine.
So the foundation is emotional safety. Circle time helps us by reducing anxiety, shyness, and increase readiness to learn. So I want us to look at risk taking. So by looking at risk taking, this refers to a child having the courage to participate, to express themselves, and to try new things. It can also be something so small by raising the hand or answering a question or just speak in front of the class. Then I want us to look at predictability. They know what to expect next. It is a routine where they feel safe and secure. They know it is the same structure daily. For example, we greet, we sing or dance, then we learn something, and then we do a story or activity. And then after that, we will transition maybe into numeracy or language, but we will get to that on the slides on a later stage as well. And then now just look at the connection. In circle time, it can be emotional. It can be an emotional connection where they know they can share the thoughts, the feelings, and they can feel safe, and they know they are allowed to share the experiences. This can also build a social skill. And then we can listen, we can take turns, and we understand. So that's basically also a connection. So it's like eye contact, greeting them by name, looking at them, facing them. And then we look at belonging. They know they belong in a class where they are loved with no judgment. This is also where they share their identity as a group. For example, we are the great art class. And then the anatomy of a successful session. This is by greeting everyone, tell them, okay, listen, we are moving to circle time. Everyone quickly jump up. If they make a noise, you can always sing the song, Catch a Bubble. So it just basically goes, catch a bubble, put it in your mouth, hum, and then they know to keep quiet up until they're on the carpet. Then you share the focus, you, for example, do the movement, and then it's story time, and then, like I said, the transitioning from circle time to carpet time. Sorry, Nick, I can't see everyone's name on the screen, but I do have 2 questions. Okay, Angel, can you please answer the question for me?
Yes, I can try. I can try.
No problem. Trying is the best. So during circle time, how would you help a learner that is shy or hesitant to speak?
Oh, during cycle time.
Yes.
Okay, let me try. So, uh, I think that I can help Elena by maybe we'll do a song together, like a song together. Then I will stand next to the child and try to sing together with her.
All right.
Yes. Then maybe when it's time to speaking, I will try to help her speak, interact with her, like give her a sense of belonging, and make her feel safe that she can speak, and whatsoever response she'll give, it will be correct. I will just make her feel safe so that she can speak.
So you'll basically encourage her in a positive way.
Yes, in a positive way.
That's a very good answer. I like that. Kathy, can I ask you a question?
Okay.
Can you please walk me through your circle time in a day?
Okay. So we don't say circle. Okay, we say morning ring. So we do it. Then, like I explained to Nick, we are a Christian base. So it would normally be we would sing like 4 or 5 songs that everybody knows. And then we would do word of the day, and then I will do days of the week. Like I will tell them there are 7 days in a week, and then we would go through it. Normally, I know the kids in my class know all 7 days of the week. Um, then I would do class rules. Then I will speak about what weather it is. It's sunny, it's cold, it's windy, whatever. Then I'll do months of the year. But I won't do all of them because some kids don't know all of them. So we'll start with maybe 4 or 5 at a time. Then we'll do color of the week. Like this week's color is purple. And the letter P is the letter of the week. So I will be like the color purple. Then I will try to, how can I say, give words with the letter P consistently. Different types of words like penguin, parrot, those type of things. And then what is the other thing? We do numbers. So I'll maybe let them count to 10. Then we do seasons of the year, which they know. They know all 4 of the seasons. That's basically what we do every day.
Okay, thank you. And what age group are you teaching?
3 to 4.
Okay, that's a proper age group to teach. I like that group. All right, thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, so now we're just looking at setting expectations through visual aids. So it's just visual cues. So children always learn better through pictures or visual aids. So it's the cues there on the system, the cards that you can see. They respond better to pictures, colors, and symbols. Remember, they see the picture and it will remind them of what you said earlier. For example, eyes watching, ears listening, voice quiet, and body calm. So this automatically reminds them to sit down and to focus and to listen to you. I will also share this after the class, so you can print it out if you want to use it for your classroom, the 4 pictures on the screen. So match the duration of the development. So babies 0 to 2 years old needs 5 to 10 minutes. The reason why it's the attention span is very short and it prevents overstimulation. So mainly focus on sensory activities like playing with spaghetti, touching water-based paint, even shaving foam as well. That's also a good sensory activity for babies. And then name recognition. So basically by just calling the child, Lebu, I'm talking to you. Lebu, Lebu, look at the color red, for example, now. And then we move on to toddlers. Toddlers is 2 to 3-year-olds. They get 10 to 15 minutes. Focus on poems and songs. they have longer attention span. They can also they're also a bit more active. So they are quite eager to learn and already busy developing social skills. So by 10 or 15 minutes, it is long enough, but still prevent overstimulation. And then we look at preschoolers. Preschoolers is 3 to 6 year old. They are supposed to get 15 to 20 minutes. Attention span, it's a bit longer. They get more complex activities, and they are quite more developed in a social way. So you can even focus on a bit more language development as well. And then it is still in a range of time where they don't get overstimulated. The power of songs. So circle time needs to be alive and full of fun. Music capture attention and support memory. Song sets the mood. This can also make the child comfortable and safe. Rhymes help with language and memory. Action song release energy, so it's from the brain to the body. This can also develop motor skills like clapping, stamping, and then also midline crossing, like moving from left to right and from right to left. But the action song also support cognitive development. So, Benolo, can you please answer this question for me? What songs do you sing during your circle time? Okay, Benolo's not with us. Is there anyone else that would like to answer this question? What songs do you like to sing or use during your circle time?
Hello.
Yes. Is it Rosemary?
Yes.
All right. So can you give us a few songs that you sing during your circle time?
At our school, what we do at the circle time, we use the rhyming songs like maybe let's say, or introducing the number song. It's like
All right.
we make our own songs. Like maybe it's the days of the week you want them to remember by using that the song. And the number
Okay.
we're using the number, we call it the number ramba song for numbers. And the month of the year also we do have the numbers of the number of the year. With literacy we use different languages of the different languages like isiZulu, English and Afrikaans. We sing using the sawubona unjani ngikhona unjani ngikhona unjani ngikhona. We use those, like teaching them how to speak in different languages. That's what we
That is
do.
nice. That is very nice. I like that. It's always best to encourage them, especially with languages. Thank you, Rosemary. Okay, so something to hold. This is quite one of my favorite things to use in class as well. So it's just basically like a prop. So prop in circle time, it's like magic to a child. They will always think it is a fun way of doing an activity. So this also supports a child's learning, and it's a nice to have. You don't need to spend money on buying props. You can make very easy, very quick props just to use for your circle time. We will get to that on the next slide. It also boosts attention and interest. The props are invited. The props are inviting to a child, so they get more actively involved rather than just sitting down and watching. For example, a bus on a popsicle stick. Each child will get one. then they will sing the Wheels on the Bus. And next time when that child see a bus or he walks past a picture of a school bus, he will think of that song. So the pictures also encourage them to use the cognitive development side, where they can think of different things. For example, the 5 speckled frogs sitting on a log, and then if each has like their own speckled frog, they can pretend to jump off the log with the popsicle sticks. And next time when they walk past a frog or they see a frog on the TV, they will automatically think of that song. And it's also not a very easy song. Yeah. So this is just a way to build. So this is a blueprint of how to make a prop. So you can also use Velcro dots, dots for your flenny board or your flannel board, or your felt board. It's got all different names that we use in school. And then also the magnetic dots for your normal chalkboard or whiteboard. So you can just use like a normal cardboard and then laminate it. If you need to write on it, you can always just wipe it with the lamination. And then you just add a popsicle stick on the back. So you can do the story of the 3 pigs with it. There is so much that you can actually use if you just let your mind float and just think of all of the things that you can do with it. So I'm going to try Benolo again. I don't know if Benolo is with us. Benolo, are you with us?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Hello, Benolo. So what do you use as a prop or extra tool in your circle time?
I'm actually new to this process, ma'am, of this childhood education.
Oh no, shame, sorry. Okay, but if you can think of something, and welcome. So, but if you can think of anything or any tool or any prop that you want to use in your circle time, what would that be?
I'll say community building, because it'll allow children to feel included and connected to their peers and teachers.
Okay.
Is
That's almost on the right track, but not 100%. So when we talk about props, we mean like the popsicle stick with a bus or a puppet, or extra tools, for example, maybe like a short video,
okay.
an extra storybook, acting out the story, those kind of things.
Okay, ma'am.
But well done on answering, and thank you. So we move on to the next slide. It is movement is regulated. Movement is much better than just sitting or letting them sit. Remember, young children learn when their bodies are involved. So that means by letting them move. Movement is also a supportive way of increasing focus and attention span. And by moving, you'll always have one child in your class that is either nonverbal or very shy. So that will also let that child feel that he is included into the class, because he can dance, he can move with the songs, he can jump up, he can use his body without needing to interact with the teacher or with other students. So that's why movement is also very important.
Sorry, ma'am. Can I ask?
Yes.
I wanted to ask on the issue of props, that when we are doing the days of the week in class, I have something like an arrow. Like I made an arrow with papers, with some with a paper. Then when it's Monday, I allow the children to like take the arrow from Friday and put it on Monday. Does that work as a prop or?
Yes, that is actually a perfect prop to use, because it does not just teach them to be more, how can I put it, more responsible to go and change the day board or the day or the weekly calendar. It also teaches them to be to be able to recognize days of the week, days of the week. And so yeah, that's also a very, very good prop. Sorry, I just got interrupted, so I lost my 5 minutes there for now.
Okay,
So
thank
yeah,
you.
that's a very good prop. Well done.
Okay, thank you.
Storytelling and meaning making. It is interactive reading. So interactive reading basically refers to let the children read with you. Don't read to them, read with them. It is a powerful way of asking questions during story time. It is a very, very good way of building language as well. And then we look at brief discussion. So brief discussion can be your themes. So you can just do a quick theme discussion with them. For example, today we are doing the life cycle of a frog. I just want to show you quickly a picture of a frog. This is a frog. It's color green. It's got speckles. It's got four feet. It stays in a pond, and then you stop there. You don't need to go into detail because if you've got a proper schedule, sometimes during the day you do have that whole period of life skills, and that is where your theme fits in, is with the life skills. So just to work in that extra language development is then just a brief discussion of what you are learning in the week. And then use of the props, for example, Angel's very nice weekly calendar. It can be your puppets. It can be the three little piggies. So that can be this, even the story that you're doing for the week. You can also work that into your circle time as a prop. And then we also need to listen to them, but we need to acknowledge what they're saying, but we need the pace. We need to keep the pace moving. So we can't let one child keep on speaking about, for example, his weekend. We need him to say that he had a good weekend, and then you listen to him, you acknowledge him, you tell him you are glad to hear that, and then you just keep the pace moving. And then the physical setup, this is where in circle time where you use extra things like the carpet squares, the stools or the chairs. So it doesn't always need, you don't always need to go and spend money on new things. You can use what you've got in your classroom. And always remember to sit eye level to a child. So that means be on that child's level. So either sit on the floor with them or even sit on one of the smaller chairs so they can look at you directly. So we are looking at the carpet squares. It's on the left-hand side. You will see it says that it's for 2 to 3-year-olds. This is basically just a way of keeping them to sit still in an assigned space. Some of the schools I know doesn't always have the funds to buy all of these nice things. But if you've got hula hoops somewhere, you can always throw the hula hoops on the floor as well, and then just assign them and explain to them, in that hula hoop, this is your space. You dance here, you jump here, you move here, you sit here. Because sometimes with the jumping, they bump into each other, and they are still quite small, so they don't really always understand what's happening around them. But if they know the hula hoop is their space, then they know they can be free and wild in that space. And then the 3 to 5-year-olds, you can use the chairs in the classroom. You don't always need to buy these small stools. You can just tell them, for circle time today, go fetch your chair, bring it to the carpet, and let's start. I give you, let's say, 5 or 10 minutes. Kathy,
Yes.
I know you are brand new with us, and welcome. I've actually just got a question for you. Do you use any props or chairs or hula hoops during your circle time? I heard your circle time now. That's the reason why I'm asking you this question. So I just want to know, is there like extra things that you also use during your circle time?
At the moment, no. It is something that I'm investing on getting. Unfortunately, our classroom is not very big, so we are 34 kids. So that's I wanted to ask actually. Well, you spoke about the hula hoops, right? Each one gets a hula hoop, whatever. Isn't there something different except the placemats that I can use instead of the hula hoops? Because hula hoops are big. So is there maybe smaller hula hoops that I can get for each child? Because we are a lot of children.
So you said you have 35 kids in one classroom.
Yes, and the class is not that big.
That's a lot of children. And if I may ask, how many teachers are you?
We are only two, so I am the assistant teacher, and then we have the main teacher in the class.
Yeah, no, but it's still a lot of children. Okay, so basically what you can use as well, and it also comes back to the expense. Things are
Yeah.
expensive, especially if you need to buy for 35 kids. Or you always need to have more for in case if you do get more students in your classroom. I will say you can always look at these plastic tiles. I'm not sure what is it called. I think it's got a specific name to it. It's like a flexible plastic tile. They usually about 120 rand for a box of 50. You can actually buy them from the China shop, and they're not that big.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, I think that it's about 30 centimeters by 35 or 38 centimeters. That's also enough space for them to stand on, because you don't even for them to sit on. It is enough space for them to sit on. They don't need to just stay in that space. They can
Yes.
step spaces, but just to assign a space for them, you can always use that. And even a clean, like a piece of printing paper, you can also use that.
Oh, awesome. Okay, thank you so much.
Molly, I see that you raised your hand. Molly Rose.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I was gonna suggest that maybe she can also draw some shapes on the floor. If the chalk makes that floor, maybe she can draw some shapes, or maybe sit in your bubble, or you choose a shape that you're gonna sit in. Then that also will.
That is also a very good example. Thank you, Molly.
Thank you.
Okay, so starting the year, the slow rollout. For circle time, it doesn't always need to be about the content. It needs to be about the routine first. So you need to set a routine for them to know. We need to go to the front. We need to take our, let's say, our carpet or our mat or our stool or our chair, and then we need to wait for teacher to give the next instruction. So, for example, week 1, you can do the basket of books. So you can put a basket out. You can tell them, listen, each grab a book and go stand in front, just to let them feel they are also doing something positive just to start the morning. Then by week 2, you can add good morning songs. Then you take the books away. Then by week 3, you can add puppets. You can add the props. You can add balls. You can introduce so many things as well, but not all of the things in 1 week. So, for example, this week we only work with, let's say, the balls. Then everyone bring a ball to the front, or everyone bring your own dice. We make dice from papers, so bring your dice to the front. And then week 4, you add a short story, and then you read it out loud, and that is where it comes in, by letting them read with you and not you reading at them. And this is also one of my favorites to have. It's a circle time box. So this needs to be your plan B. This is the backup plan. If everything else fails, you grab your circle time box. If you feel it is a blue Monday, just grab that box. In that box, always keep it close to you in reach. So you add in stories, maybe a puppet, a toy. When you see that the kids is really getting too busy, you let them stand up. You grab your Bluetooth speaker that's in that box. You put some cocoa melon, or I don't know which other songs is out there, but you put one of the new songs on and you just let them dance it out, you'll also see that it makes such a massive change in the behavior as well, especially when it gets to the smaller ones, the age between 0 and 4. They are usually very difficult on a Monday morning because they come from a weekend and they are not always in the mood to be at school on Mondays. So I don't know if anyone's got a question for me.
I do.
Hit me with your question.
Okay, I wanted to ask that during cycle time, like we sometimes, then this is what we do. We become in a cycle, then we do prayer, we do the things. Then at times we let the children to move with us, like to the weather chart. We move together with the kids to the weather chart to see the chart. Is that correct? Like when we want to change the date or the month, we go together. Is it that correct? Is it good to do that?
Yes, that is also a very good way. Is there a way you started? For example, is there a song that you sing to tell them, listen, we are moving to, let's say, our weather board, or are you just telling them, let's move?
No, we say weather check, weather check, weather check. Then we go. Then I select someone to check the weather for us. Then she or he checks the weather. Then we all go back to the weather chart to remind them that okay, when it's hot, that's the sun. Then when it's cloudy, we have the sun with some clouds, something like that. We do have a song like weather check, weather check, weather check.
Okay, and then what do you do after that?
Then after that, we go to days of the week. You see, things like that. We move from there, but I tell them now we are going to this. Now we are going to this. Now we are moving to this. There
All
should
right.
be a song.
No, they not really always a song. You can also do like a short rhyme. Like my kids they love to sing the what day is it. So they will go, for example, today is Monday, today is Monday.
Yes.
And they will point to the floor, like meaning today. Then they will take the thumbs and point over the shoulders behind them, and then they will say, yesterday was Sunday, yesterday was Sunday.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
And then they'll say tomorrow will be Tuesday, and then they'll sing it again. Tomorrow will be Tuesday. Then everyone will go, let's have fun, let's have fun. So they also love that song. But you don't always need to do just songs. You can do poems, you can do rhymes, and if you don't even have something like that, you can just go, let's clap 5 times to our weather chart, and then
Oh,
let's
yes.
5 times to or let's hop like frogs from, let's say, from the door to our circle time carpet.
Mm.
Got
Oh,
something like that.
okay. Thank you.
So just remember, circle time isn't really something that you need to have set out. It doesn't need to be your days of the week every day, your months of the year. Sometimes your days, your weeks, your days of the your days of the week, your months of the year, and your 4 seasons will also fall under numeracy. So once you do the numeracy as well, you will see sometimes it does fall on that planning as well. So with circle time, you can always keep it fun and let them experience something new. So let them just experience something new. Give them a story. So for example, take the 3 little piggies. Then you make 3 little pigs puppets out of old pink material, if you've got old pink material lying around, and you give them to 3 kids, and you say and you name the pigs as well. For example, Percy Pig, Poppy Pig, and Freddy Pig. For example, now I can't really think of another name for them. And you say, okay, let's act out the story. That's also a very good way of starting, but that's for more older group. That's not for the young ones. So I'll say that would work for the 4 to 6 year olds, the story time. and then you let them act out the story. I am Percy Pig, I built a house out of straws. I'm Poppy Pig, my house is built out of wood, and I'm Freddy Pig, my house is built out of bricks. Then they know by the time, let's say by Friday, they will know that whole story out of their head. And that's also a good way of language development. Tabi. Tabi, are you with us?
Hi, good evening.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks, and yourself?
I'm good, thank you. Okay, so just before we do the summary, I want to ask you a question. I know that you're also new with us, but how do you do your circle time?
Oh, okay. So in the morning, there are rhymes that we do. For example, you know, for example, like your weather, 7 days of the week, we do months, and we do colors as well, shapes as well. And yeah, so that's basically what we do in the morning. Um, there's little dances to every song, so they know when it's sunny, they put on a smiling face and they point to the chart where there's the sun, and if it's rainy or cold, they will all go there to the chart where it shows it's cold or windy, you know. Yeah, that's how we do it.
Okay, Sophia, I see that you raised your hand.
Hi, Leanne.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good, thank you. Good class. Well done.
Thank
I
you.
have a request.
Yes.
I was wondering if you know all the examples that you are giving of the different ways that they can do a transition from one activity to another activity. I was
Yes.
wondering if it's possible for you to maybe do recordings and put it on the WhatsApp groups as well as forward it to us to put it on the portal. I think it would really be helpful.
Yes, I can do that. That's no problem. I just need like a few days and then I can get those things ready.
Okay, awesome. Would that be possible by the end of this week?
Yes, that would be fine.
Excellent stuff. Thank you, Leanne.
Pleasure. And then just quickly to summarize everything, this needs planning. So you can't just wing it. So you can't just stand up this morning and say, I am doing this. You need to plan your circle time ahead. And remember, it needs to be interesting. It can't just be the same thing every day because they do get boring or they do get bored with it. And then you need to keep it age appropriate. So you can't let a 4-year-old do, let's say, for example, math 1+1 in circle time if that is more based for a 6-year-old. So also think about the age that you are teaching. Circle time, whatever happens in circle time, it's your choice of doing it. It's not necessary to keep with the curriculum. It can be part of your theme planning, but it does not need to include anything from the day. So if you, for example, you know that you are doing, let's say, explaining to the children for grade R, the patterns. You know you're doing patterns for numeracy, so don't include patterns into your story time, into your circle time. So rather introduce them a story time or something new that they've never seen. There's actually this site. I'll see if I can get the link and also share the link. It is called Fun Phonics. So it will say it's, for example, Annie Apple and Bouncy Ben. So it is a video that you also can just put on, even if it's on a laptop, just for them to look. Some will stand and look, some will dance. Some of them will eventually start to sing with it. And that's also just a good way of giving them that 15, I don't even think it's 15 minutes, but the 15 to 20 minutes in the morning just to relax and that they know they are ready to learn. And then I've got one last question before we call it a day. Let's see quickly here. Valerie. Valerie, are you with us? Bye. Okay, Valerie's not with us. Ntabi, can I ask you again? Ntabi? Okay.
Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm here.
So, is there anything that you would change in your circle time after today's lesson?
Yes, I think so, definitely. I've also learned that circle time is not a matter of learning, like how can I put it? Learning numbers for kids that are not yet there. I've learned that uh there's different age developments for different ages, like for babies, toddlers, and preschoolers. There's different times for them in concentration. And I've also learned that you can include things like hula hoops to make it fun. It can be a routine, but it should also be fun, a routine that's not boring. Yeah. So I think I'll implement. Yeah, I'll definitely implement.
Thank you. That's actually a very good answer. I like that. Yeah. So circle time basically is just to let the kids have fun. Sometimes they actually learn while having fun. That is why circle time is important in your classroom. Your principal might tell you it's a way of you playing or wasting time, and then you refer her back to this video and you tell her she must come and watch this video because it's not just playing, because sometimes fun also makes them learn. So I don't know if there's anyone that's got questions for me, but I am done from my side.
I think it's a wrap.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said I think it's a wrap.
Then it's a wrap. Then I want to just say thank you for everyone that joined tonight's classroom or tonight's class. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
You too. Thanks, Leanne.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.